Netflix adaptation of The Three-Bodied Problem, a beloved Chinese sci-fi novel by Liu Cixin, has stirred up intense reactions in China since its premiere. The 8-part English-language series, titled Three-Bodied Problem, has sparked heated debates and nationalist sentiments, particularly over its portrayal of sensitive historical events in China's modern history. On Chinese social media platforms, opinions have been sharply divided following the release of the series. While some viewers praise the adaptation for its fidelity to the source material and its captivating storytelling, others have expressed outrage over its depiction of violent and tumultuous periods in China's past. The adaptation's release on Netflix, a platform inaccessible in China due to government restrictions, has not deterred Chinese audiences from finding ways to watch it. Many have resorted to using virtual private networks (VPNs) or accessing pirated versions to view the series. Liu Cixin's novel, part of a trilogy that has gained international acclaim, is hailed as one of China's most successful cultural exports in recent years. With a dedicated global fanbase that includes prominent figures like former U.S. President Barack Obama. The adaptation has garnered significant attention both domestically and abroad. However, for some Chinese internet users with patriotic sentiments, discussions about the adaptation quickly turned political. Accusations have been leveled against the big-budget American production, with critics claiming that it portrays China in a negative light and perpetuates stereotypes. As debates rage on, the adaptation of The Three-Bodied Problem serves as a focal point for broader discussions about cultural representation, national identity, and the complexities of adapting literature to the screen. With its blend of science fiction, history, and geopolitics, the series has captured the imagination of audiences worldwide while sparking important conversations about the intersection of art, politics, and culture. The opening scene of the show plunges viewers into the tumultuous era of Mao Zedong's Cultural Revolution, a period marked by widespread violence and political upheaval in China. Set against the backdrop of Tsinghua University in Beijing, a bastion of academic excellence, the audience is confronted with a chilling portrayal of the brutality and chaos that characterize this dark chapter in Chinese history. In a gripping and harrowing sequence, a physics professor becomes the victim of a brutal struggle session orchestrated by his own students. This form of public humiliation and violence, sanctioned by the ruling Communist Party, was a common occurrence during the Cultural Revolution. As the professor is mercilessly beaten to death on stage, his colleague and wife betray him. Adding to the sense of betrayal and horror witnessed by his daughter, Yuanjia, portrayed with haunting realism by Zine Sang. The scene's visceral depiction of the violence and trauma inflicted upon innocent individuals during the Cultural Revolution has sparked intense reactions among viewers. Some have criticized the show's producers for allegedly sensationalizing China's history and exploiting it for dramatic effect. The accusation that the series is merely using historical events as a backdrop to portray China in a negative light has stirred controversy and divided opinions among online commentators. However, defenders of the show argue that the scene remains faithful to the source material, closely following the events depicted in Liu Cixin's novel. They maintain that the portrayal of the Cultural Revolution is a necessary and truthful reenactment of history, shedding light on a dark period that continues to shape China's collective memory. Amidst the heated debate, the adaptation of The Three-Bodied Problem serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities of history and the responsibility of storytellers to accurately portray the past. By confronting viewers with the horrors of the Cultural Revolution, the series prompts reflection and dialogue about the enduring legacy of this tumultuous period in Chinese history. Amidst the fervent discussions surrounding the Netflix adaptation of The Three-Bodied Problem, voices of dissent and reflection emerge from various corners of the online community. shedding light on the nuanced complexities of cultural interpretation and adaptation. One comment on Dubon, a prominent platform for reviewing movies, books, and music, encapsulates a sentiment shared by many. History is far more absurd than a TV series, but you guys pretend not to see it. This observation underscores the paradoxical nature of historical narratives and the selective lens through which they are often portrayed in popular media. In a revealing interview with the New York Times in 2019, author Liu Cixin disclosed his original intention to open the book with scenes from Mao's Cultural Revolution. However, concerns over government censorship led his Chinese publisher to bury these scenes in the middle of the narrative. The decision to forefront these scenes in the English translation, under the guidance of translator Ken Liu, highlights the complexities of navigating cultural sensitivities and political realities in storytelling. Yuanji's pivotal role in the narrative, shaped by her disillusionment with the Cultural Revolution, serves as a thematic anchor that bridges past and present in the sci-fi thriller's plot. This juxtaposition of timelines adds layers of depth and resonance to the storyline, exploring themes of trauma, redemption, and the enduring impact of history on the present. The adaptation of The Three-Body Problem for Netflix by Game of Thrones co-creators David Benioff and D. Weiss, alongside American producer Alexander Wu, has sparked further debate over various aspects of the series, from casting choices to visual effects and narrative alterations. The adaptation has faced criticism for straying from the original source material and diluting its Chinese essence. Notably, the decision to relocate much of the action to present-day London and feature an international cast has drawn ire from Chinese viewers, who lament the perceived erasure of the story's cultural roots. Some argue that this deviation risks glorifying the West at the expense of China's narrative agency, perpetuating a narrative of Western saviorism. However, amidst the polarizing debates, voices advocating for a more nuanced perspective emerge. A user on Weibo questions the need to vilify cultural products from different cultural contexts, advocating for a more inclusive and open-minded approach to artistic interpretation. This call for dialogue and mutual respect underscores the importance of embracing diverse narratives and celebrating the richness of cultural exchange in a globalized world.